This video has been provided by Portland Public Schools Testing Help Team. This video is number 3 of a 3-video series. In these videos, we have been demonstrating how to start a test session for students to join. In this last video, we will be demonstrating participating in a test session from a student's perspective. When a student is joining a test session for an operational or a real test, they will need to do so via the Oaks Secure Browser. For most Chromebooks, the icon will look like this. And for most PC and Macs, the icon will look like this. To join a practice session, the student will need to do so by going to oaksportal.org. Because this is a tutorial video, we do not want to launch an operational test. We will now show you a practice test session from a student's perspective. Let's get started by going to oaksportal.org. Once on the home page, the students will choose the Students tile. In the student interface, they will choose Practice Tests. And here is where the student will log in. The login process here mimics the login process for an operational test. The student will now fill in their information. I will be signing in as a guest. I have been given a session ID and I will use that to sign in. Once the student is done entering their information, they will sign in. On the next screen, they will be asked to confirm that it is them. As a guest, Tide does not have a designated grade, so I will need to enter that now. For today, I will be choosing grade 3. The next step is to confirm the student information is correct and click Yes. The student will now see the test or tests that are available to start. If a TA did not use the plus buttons to properly populate the test options, a student could see more than one option. If they launch the incorrect test, the clock begins on the expiration date and could lead to an impropriety. Today we see the one test and we will choose that test. Once approved, the student will be asked to check their settings. If the test and settings are correct, the student may proceed by clicking Yes. For ELA Smarter Balance, the student will be prompted to do an audio check. For ELPA 21, they will be asked to also do a recording check. The student will then be presented with instructions and help. When ready, the student will choose Begin Test Now. At this point, the student will be presented the assessment items. During the practice tests, please encourage your students to explore all the features. For example, in the upper right corner, we see Line Reader. This highlights the text for the student. And the zoom in, zoom out buttons. On the upper left, we see Back, Next, Save, and Pause. If the student or TA pauses a test, the student will need to log back in to the test session. They will need to go through the verification and sound check process as well. It is best practice to provide practice test sessions for students prior to taking the operational test. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have found this helpful. For any questions, please contact your school test coordinator or testing help.